Madoff, who woke up this morning in his penthouse apartment on Manhattan's Upper East Side and who is now, tonight, bunking down and every night until June in a cell like this one at the Metropolitan Correction Center, 7.5 by 8 feet, as small as a walk-in closet, breakfast at 6:30, unclear if he'll have a cellmate. But that's just the beginning. In June, he'll be sent to a federal prison. With us now is Larry Levine, a former federal inmate who now runs Wall Street Prison Consultants, a business instructing future inmates on prison life. Larry, what do you think Bernie Madoff's life is going to be like in prison?
Very lonely. He's not going to have any friends. No one's going to want to have anything to do with him because the inmates who are in custody with him, their friends, their family members, they're all going to be suffering from the recession, losing jobs, losing their retirement plans, and they're going to be blaming Bernie, whether he be directly responsible for it or not. He's going to be an outcast. He's going to be viewed kind of like maybe child molesters are, or people who are in there for kiddie porn. No one's going to want to have anything to do with them. And that's not just the inmates, it's the correctional officers also, because they're
Well, I was going to say, what about the guards? Because everybody is suffering from the recession.
Well, he's going to be lonely because they're going to have what's called a town hall meeting, the correctional staff, and tell people, Bernie's off limits, leave Bernie alone. No one's going to want to have anything to do with him. He's going to be radioactive, and he's going to have a real lonely time where most people have an out date. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at getting out. He has nothing really to live or to look forward to.
Is that bad, though, to be lonely in prison? I mean, isn't it, is it kind of a blessing for him to just be on his own? Or does that make the time even harder?
Well, first of all, in the prison, you don't trust anyone, okay? But you find 2 or 3 people that you get kind of close to and you run with them. I don't mean run physically, but that's a prison term, that they're your friends and you do things with them. You watch TV, you go to the movies, you play cards, you work out, whatever. No one's going to want to do anything with Bernie. Nothing. He's going to be an outcast.
His life, I guess, I mean, many people's lives, high-profile prisoners' lives are in jeopardy when they're locked up. I guess he especially.
Well, let's take Conrad Black as an example. People probably cozied up to Conrad because Conrad still had money. Conrad could do something for him. What could Bernie possibly do for anybody? Nothing. He's worse than a child molester. He destroyed the future hopes and dreams of generations of people.
What you advise clients, I guess, like him, although frankly we haven't seen anybody like him come to the fore yet. He's sort of a class unto himself. What would you advise him in terms of, doing his time?
I would tell him he needs to keep his mouth shut, not become confrontational with anyone, and show the ultimate respect. When you get inside a prison, whether it be a low security, medium, or high security, you have to show respect. There's a lot of tension in prison. And Bernie's he's very arrogant. You can tell by the constant smirk on his face. He's used to getting his own way. And on the inside, he's going to be a nobody. And I don't think he's used to that, and he's going to run into problems because of that. He needs to run with himself. He needs to immerse himself into the prison society. He's not going to go to a club-fed camp. He's not even going to go to a low. Based on his sentence, I'm looking at medium custody, possibly Otisville, New York, at the medium federal prison. It's going to be a lonely existence, and he's going to be scrutinized. And there's other implications as well. I mean, the man stole maybe $50 billion, maybe $65 billion. Just think of the people he did not tell on, okay? Who knows who it is? International bankers. Bernie's hiding a secret, and the Justice Department's going to have a problem because there's probably a hit on Bernie. Somebody wants to put a bullet in his head or kill him to keep from talking, and these correctional officers, they don't make a lot of money either. So I see someone down the line bribing somebody and taking Bernie out. The only way he's leaving the prison is in a pine box, and that's it.
Larry Levine, appreciate you being on. Thank you, Larry. President Obama's new, more